Welcome to Answering the Call, the official podcast of the 12th Man Foundation. Our show brings you closer to the heart of Texas A&M athletics through powerful stories of perseverance, purpose, and life-changing opportunities made possible by 12th Man Foundation donors. From student athletes and coaches to former students and dedicated staff, you'll hear firsthand how donor support shapes the lives of Aggie student athletes in competition and beyond. Whether you're a lifelong Aggie or simply curious about what makes Texas A&M so special, you're in the right place. Let's dive into today's episode. Howdy, and welcome back to another episode of Answering the Call podcast, the official podcast of the 12 Man Foundation. I'm your host, Ivy Robinson, and today I am sitting in studio with Aggie baseball student athlete Shane Sdao. Thank you so much for being here, Shane, and welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Shane, can you tell us where you're from, where you went to high school, and a unique fact about yourself that not many people know?
I am from Montgomery, Texas, and I went to Lake Creek High School. And I would say a unique fact about me that not everyone knows is I'm actually colorblind.
Really?
I am.
Is that, have you ever found yourself in a situation where that was like really stressful? I mean, driving, I'm sure, like traffic lights.
The traffic lights, I have to remember where they are, like what order they go in, especially at night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I failed a couple assignments because I colored them in wrong, but it happens.
Tell me about baseball in general. Let's go back. Let's rewind a bit. Tell me about your background and how you first started playing the game of baseball.
Mm-hmm. It was my parents. My parents brought me into the game before I can even remember. I think I was 4 years old whenever I first started playing. All started at T-ball, and it's been a part of our lives ever since then. I mean, they have been nonstop, helped me out, and they take me to every practice. They've been to every game I've ever had, and they've supported me all the way through college, and they're not going to stop now. So,
Anyone in your family, did they play sports in college or like high school or anything? Like, was it a big sport family?
No, not at all. I guess I was kind of the outbreak of the sports side of the family. My parents did a little different sport than normal. They both did dirt track racing with stock cars. Yeah. They lived the dangerous life. I decided to keep it more tame. Before dirt track racing, my dad did bull riding. So he's kind of done the extremes, and I guess I decided to dial it down, and they didn't want me to go that way. So.
Wow. Does he just love adrenaline or like just living life on the edge?
He loves adrenaline. He's definitely a junkie for it, and he's still in the cars now. I mean, he works on them daily, so the grind never stops.
Would you say you're the opposite of that, or do you have those tendencies here and there where you like to go do things that get that adrenaline pumping?
I'm definitely very similar as him. I don't want to get on the back of a bull. Don't get
That's
that.
A no.
Don't get that wrong. But I love cars. I love going fast. I mean, like legally. But anyway,
Caveat there.
I love fast cars. I love everything about cars. I'm definitely a car geek, and that's something I enjoy. And he definitely passed that down to me and taught that to me.
Super cool. Okay, going back to baseball and when you first started playing as a young kid, at what point did you discover that pitching was kind of your thing? When did you start doing it? When did it become a focus for you?
I think it really became a focus to me, I'd say my sophomore year of high school. I started pitching. I mean, every Little Leaguer pitches at some point in their life. I mean, they all pitch the same. No one's great in Little League, but once you get to high school, you kind of have to determine which way you really want to focus on. And I just decided to go in on the pitching side of things, and I started going to a pitching coach around 14 years old, and my dad pushed me into that one, really wanted me to go to that one. I didn't at first, but thankfully he did take me to it, and that really jump-started my career and helped me push myself to the next level and actually get some attention.
Reflecting on your time in high school, tell me about, some games that were really big moments for you, or maybe some moments or influential people that helped you elevate your game, in high school and kind of prepare you for college baseball.
I would say there's many people that helped me prepare to get to college baseball, but the main one being my pitching coach, Kevin Byrne. I've been going to him. I mean, I still go to him in college. I go maybe once, twice in off season, just kind of fine tune some things. But He has helped me develop in a way that gets me ready for pro ball and college all at the same time. I'm around pro guys all the time whenever I go down there, so I know the way they work, their work ethic, and how hard I need to work to actually be a pro. And then I would say my dad also, he obviously gives me that competitive edge that I really need to push myself and be a pro. So he's been a big part of it as well. But I guess going back to the first part of your question, I'd say a big thing in high school is always the rivalries. I mean, Lake Creek versus Montgomery High School, that's always a big rivalry. Whether we're good or not, it's always a packed stadium and it's always so much fun. We actually sold out the stadium at Sam Houston.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we sold out all the standing room and it was a packed game. And I would say that kind
What
of got me
year was
ready for a
that?
college crowd. That'd be my junior year of high school, so 2021.
I'm curious, was college baseball, like getting to that point, always the dream for you?
Mhm.
At what point did you decide, hey, I want to continue this sport that I love, like in college? Was it always the dream?
I would say it became a dream whenever I actually started getting good. As a kid, it's always your dream to play sports for as long as you can. And whenever you get to a higher level and you have some troubles and some battles, you realize that maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. And then I guess my junior year of high school kind of took off and I actually started growing. Like I grew a couple inches, I got stronger, and my pitching started getting well. And I was like, okay, I actually have a chance at doing this. So I really, really hit hard on the pitching side of things. I really wanted to excel my game, and I wanted to go to college. Like that became a reality for me. And my parents took me to a great place, 12. It's a travel team, and they have so many connections. They are very well connected with A&M. Obviously, we have so many 12 guys, and that's what really kickstarted my college career and my pro career, and got my name on the board, which is amazing for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious, did you do anything else outside of baseball when you were in high school? Or was that just a focus?
I played basketball my freshman year, but after that I was like, it's
Yeah,
not for me.
baseball's the thing.
But baseball was like, my main thing. And then obviously cars. I mean, I was always around my dad. We built a truck together and always working on that thing. So it's just a lot of fun. And then hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I live with the same friends I hang out with in high school, and I still live with them here. So,
And Montgomery, not far at all. Your family, were they thrilled that you were continuing your baseball career here so they could easily come watch and support?
absolutely. It was something at an early age where I kind of just picked up an A&M shirt, put it on. I don't know why or what. I have one family member, and she's a little distant. She is my mother's direct family member, and she's like the only A&M, and then a couple cousins, nephews here. Well, not nephew to me, but other people, but cousins to me that are A&M. There's no one other than that. I just happened to pick up an A&M shirt, put it on, A&M hat, and there's so many pictures of me wearing A&M stuff. And I guess it's somewhere where I always wanted to go, and they were thrilled to hear that I finally got the chance to go play here. And like you said, it's an hour down the road, so it's not far at all for them.
Tell me about your recruitment journey specifically, and take us back to that period of your life, and what was going through your mind when you were trying to decide where you would go and continue that career.
Yeah, my college career was a little slow, I would say. I didn't really get noticed until my junior year of high school. That's whenever 12 came into play. My very first 12 outing, I had 3 or 4 college coaches call me the next day. So they're the reason I actually got my name out there, and I actually got to talk to colleges and actually got the chance to go play college ball. And like, I'm forever grateful for that. And it didn't really start to get serious until my senior year, where my parents are starting to be like, okay, you got to choose where you want to go. And then coaches are also like, all right, you got to figure out a way. And then I really started narrowing it down, and I was like, I want A&M, waiting on A&M. And then finally I'm in Cary, North Carolina, and finally get the call from Nolan Kane, and I got the offer there. Went on a visit the day I got back, and then committed the next day. So that's how quick it was.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was just rewarding, so rewarding in that moment. All the time you had put in, practices to get to that moment, and finally be realizing that you'd get to continue that baseball career at A&M at your dream school. And so now that you're here, tell us about what it was like coming in that first season, the adjustments you had to make. Obviously going from high school baseball to college level is quite a jump. So did you face any challenges or adversity that first season, and what was it like? Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult. I had it off better than some, but I still had my difficulties. I would say the biggest part was like self-confidence in myself. You go to this big university, there's people everywhere throwing 95 to 100, and I'm sitting over here throwing 89, 90, and I'm like, okay, I'm way behind everyone. So I'm obviously trying to catch up, and I actually have like an actual story of me throwing a day before a bullpen. I ended up throwing too much, and I'm too sore for my bullpen, and I'm 82 in my bullpen. And pitching coach came up to me. He's like, if you do that again, you're not traveling with us. You can't pitch with that here at the SEC. Like, you're not gonna be able to play here. And that was kind of like an eye opener for me. I was like, okay, this is serious. This is way more professional than high school baseball. So I really took initiative in myself. I made sure I was doing my routines correctly. I was making sure I was hitting it hard in the weight room, making sure I was getting my body right. And it kind of skyrocketed after that. Once I realized like what I need to do and how I need to get better, I figured it out, and I figured it out quick, and I'm thankful I did. And I mean, that's that.
Yeah. Obviously last season you had an injury that prevented you from playing last season. And tell us about how that recovery journey was, or maybe, I'm sure in the moment that was devastating, right? When you realized that you had that injury, it was going to prevent you from playing. But how did you stay positive and break through? Positive and patient, I guess, is the right question there. Is like, how did you stay positive, patient, and get through that setback? And how are you doing now? Like, tell us the update. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm so ready to go. I've waited for so long. It's been 2 years since I've been on the mound. It feels like forever. But I would say the way that I stayed like true to myself was I was boring. I mean, that's what you got to do. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You got to be boring to stay healthy. You got to be boring to get back to your health. And one way that I kind of stayed boring was, instead of focusing on myself, I kind of poured myself and all my time into my teammates, and I really wanted them to get better. I helped out the freshmen. I helped out the guys that have been there. I took initiative of myself and became an assistant bullpen coach, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
I helped the guys out before they went in the game and made sure they were in the right mindset and everything. And that's kind of how I took my mind off of I can't pitch. Like it's definitely devastating whenever you finally sit down and realize like I'm not pitching this year. I have to wait a full calendar year before I can pitch again. And that was just the way I took my mind off of doing that, was pouring it into other people.
Would you say that because you had that, you had to sit, you had to watch, and you were investing in other ways by helping your teammates, did it help you see the game or see some things in a new light that now you're going to take with you into this upcoming season?
Oh, absolutely. I'd say the biggest thing I learned is that the sport of baseball is much harder than I initially thought it was. Last year was my first full calendar year that I didn't throw in a game. So since I was 4 years old, I've been playing baseball year in, year out for, I don't know how many years that is, but I think 18. And that was my first year actually taking off and not doing anything. And I realized that baseball is a harder sport than I make it out to be. Like, I saw how many unfortunate things happen to my teammates, my pitchers, like throw a great pitch, the hitter puts a better swing on it, and like that's just the way things go. And I guess I didn't really realize that until I'm watching it in person and not like actually in the game doing it myself. So that's going to be a big step this year, and actually learn that baseball is a harder sport than I'd set it out to be.
Yeah. Something you said earlier that I thought was interesting. You said like you got to get good at being boring, or accepting the fact that being boring to be healthy again. And I think that's it's an interesting way of thinking about that. Would you say it's like you've got to be okay with slowing down and really focusing on your path, and even if it's not going to be a quick way to get back to where you were, but being okay with being boring in terms of like okay, my main focus right now, it's not anything else going on in life, but just to focus on that recovery, and health and fueling your body properly. I mean, it's an interesting way to think about that.
Mm-hmm. It's the compound effect. You just want to get 1% better every day. You're not going to wake up and automatically get 50% better. You have to slowly work your way into it. You can't just jump into it, and that's the way life goes.
So let's talk more about, do you have any routines or things you do before you take the field or even the mound, like any things you have to walk through?
I have a big time routine that I go through. My first thing is energy drink. I have to have one. I'm a caffeine addict, and
What's
I
your
need my caffeine to go to.
brand?
I love Reign. Reign's my go-to, if not Red Bull. But yeah, I have to go through a series of events before I even touch a baseball. I get my legs going. I get my arms stretched. I get my legs stretched. I do some running. I do all these different dynamic warm-ups. And then I go into some band work, followed by some plyo routine. And then that probably takes 45 minutes to an hour in itself. And then I finally pick up a baseball, and I'll go long toss, take 20 minutes throwing off the mound, and then we're good to go in game. So it's a big time routine, and I do it almost every day. And the days that I don't do it is whenever I don't throw that day. So that's another part of being boring, is you have to continue to do the same routine and make sure you're not doing anything off, because if you throw off your routine, then you're going to throw off everything, whether we like it or not. But I mean, we're all in a routine. I'm sure y'all get your HDO every day. But yeah, you have your routine, and whether you realize it or not, but you do the same things every day. And if you don't do those things, you feel off. And that's something that you need to take initiative of.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a big HTO fan, by the way, but I'm weird, and I'm like, this sounds so un-Texan, but I don't like sweet tea. I like unsweet tea.
Wow. Okay, well,
people are like, what is wrong with you? Like,
sweet tea is still fine.
Usually unsweet tea, and then maybe here and there I'll do like a peach tea. Like I do like peach tea. Just like regular sweet tea, not a fan. It's just too sweet. Like I can't do it.
Never take drink offers from you.
I can't do it. So Shade, tell us about the team this year, specifically what you're excited about. New guys that came in. Obviously, we've lost a few to the draft from last season, but what can Aggie baseball fans get excited about with this upcoming team? What, from your perspective?
This freshman class, they are some big boys. I mean, we got anywhere between Nico Partita to Boston Kellner to Jorian Wilson. And then on the pitching side, we got Cooper Fulbright. I mean, it's just, there's so many names that like come to mind at first. Like it's hard to just spit them all out. But this freshman class is something serious. I mean, we got Cole Hubert. He's a dog. I mean, it's crazy. And then on top of that, we have the returners. I mean, we have Weston Moss, Clayton Freshcorn, Aiden Sims. I mean, we have Grahovic and Sorrell back. I mean, what's not to like about this team is more the question that needs to be asked. And to answer that question, there's nothing not to like about this team. We're a close-knit group. Ever since stepping on campus, we have all been together. I mean, every other night we're at someone else's house hanging out. It's awesome how close we are and how connected we got so quick. And I think that's going to play a huge role in this year.
Is there a specific series game you're looking forward to in particular?
February 13th, first game of the year. Finally get to play some baseball. That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know so many people listening to this podcast right now are looking forward to February 13th. They can't wait. How does it compare, Bluebell Park, Wilson Field, versus when y'all go to these universities and when you play away, like in terms of loudness, crowd effectiveness, how does it compare?
We still have full stands in the ninth inning. Whether we're up 10 or down 10, they're as loud as they were in the first inning. And here, it's a different breed of baseball and a different breed of baseball fans. Everyone is into the game. Everyone's yelling at someone. And it is loud for a full 9 innings. It's serious here, and I love every second of it, and I take in every second of it I can because it's really cool watching it.
What do you think is the loudest game you've ever played in or just witnessed, at Texas A&M as a student athlete?
It's got to be the Caden Kent Grand Slam at the Oregon game.
Oregon Super Regional.
I mean, that was so loud, and Oh my gosh, that game was so fun. I mean, it was fun, but not fun for me because that's the game I got hurt. But then we punched our ticket to Omaha. So it was like the best and the worst day. So it cancels out. It was just another day. But
Right. Switching topics really quick and going to like the student side of things. Tell us, what are you majoring in? What are you studying here?
I'm studying business. I'm getting a
Awesome.
BSB major, a bachelor's of science, and it's something. It's hard.
Yeah. Is it difficult balancing that with
Oh yeah,
baseball?
it's
Like,
very
how do
hard.
you
Very hard
manage it?
balancing that. But I mean, like you said, it's student first, athlete second. I have to focus on my grades. I have to get those up, and they're okay right now. I mean, I would say they're pretty good for the amount of time that I have putting into baseball, and between the two, it's pretty difficult doing that. I would say it's difficult because I mean, a business major, it's a real degree, and I wanted a real degree because I mean, baseball is going to end at some point. I mean, I have to fall back on something, and I didn't want any other degree. I wanted a business degree, and it's a very good degree, and you can go into really any field with it, and that's what I really wanted.
In terms of, staying on the topic of just balancing the schedule and the demands of both being a student and an athlete, can you tell us what sort of resources here that have really made an impact on your success, both on and off the field? Tell us a little bit about the academic support side of things, and have you been able to, really work with academic advisors to help you stay on track and manage both the demands of being a student and an athlete?
Yeah, my academic advisor, Mindy Phillips, she's helped everyone on the team, including me, and she's a huge help and very flexible with us. I mean, it's hard dealing with us. We're idiots sometimes, but she deals with us pretty well. And I'm very grateful for her, and don't think I would want anyone else helping me out with my classes and getting everything right, my schedule. It's very easy to work with her, and all the mentors here are so nice. They're amazing. The tutors are awesome as well, and just an amazing place.
What do you think the game of baseball has taught you about life?
I would say the most influential things that I've learned is that I'm more than a baseball player. And I think some people don't realize that. And that goes for every sport as well. You're known as you play baseball, but that doesn't mean you're a baseball player. I mean, you're still a person, you're still a son, you're a brother, you're a sister. It's bigger than the game itself. I mean, you still have a life, and the game isn't the end all be all.
Yeah, no, that is, what you just said there, I think that's what's been so awesome with this show and this podcast, is getting to talk to athletes across all sports. And I think helping Aggie fans and our listeners make that connection, and remember too that like y'all, y'all are human beings too. Yes, to the average fan, y'all are kind of like, little mini celebrities, like stars, out on the football field and the basketball court and the baseball field and softball fields. But at the end of the day, like, y'all are people too, and y'all have challenges, and just like we all do, and also passions outside of the sport too.
Yeah.
So I think, thank you for bringing that up.
We all breathe the same air, bleed the same blood. Like, we all go home and sleep at night. Like, no one's better than anyone just because they have some name. So.
Right. And eventually, like you said, the sport, it ends one day, and you've got to remember that this time what you're learning at Texas A&M, like for student athletes, what y'all are learning, y'all will take into future careers and beyond. And let's talk about that. Tell us about your goals, maybe that you hold for yourself for the remainder of your time at Texas A&M here within the Aggie baseball program, and then beyond. Tell us about those goals.
Yeah, goals for the baseball program. I just squeeze every bit of baseball I have out of me left into this program and leave everything I can here so I can leave it in a better place than I found it. And I really want to win as much as I can, and hopefully we can get all the way and win the big one. So that's the main goal for baseball. And then school, I just want to graduate.
Yeah.
I just
get
want
that Aggie degree.
I want to get the paper.
Yeah.
That's the main goal right now.
Many of our listeners on this podcast are 12th Man Foundation donors and season ticket holders, different sports season ticket holders. What would be your message of gratitude to the individuals who want to invest and pour back into Texas A&M athletics to help provide elite resources that allow y'all to compete at the highest level?
I mean, y'all are the reason we do it. Y'all fill the seats that are needed to help us get to that next level and to our championship, and the support that we have from y'all is insane. I mean, we couldn't ask any more from y'all, and y'all do an amazing job with helping out with resources and being there for us. It's awesome seeing everyone kind of lift us up whenever we have a bad game or really praise us whenever we have a good game, and it's really cool.
What do you think is the best piece of baseball advice you've ever received? Twofold to this question. And then if a young baseball athlete is listening to this episode right now, what would be your advice to them?
I can answer that in one go. It's a game. It's not your life. I mean, it's a game. You step out, you have fun. It's the same game you played whenever you're 4 years old, just a little faster. That's about it. And everyone hits the ball a little harder. Everyone throws a little harder, but it's the same game. It goes back to it's a game. I mean, you take it too seriously, then you're not going to have fun with it anymore, and you're going to get burnt out, and then it's not a game to you anymore. Then it's your job, and you're not going to want to do it anymore, and that's what ruins it for some people. So, yeah, just remember it's a game.
And then finally, Shane, why are you specifically proud to be an Aggie, wear the maroon and white, and represent this great university?
I mean, everything we do for this country, this state, I mean, we got cadets everywhere. I think it's so cool how many people we have going in the military here. We have so many people in the oil field. I've had friends study abroad, and they connect with people just because they have the Aggie ring. The Aggie network is a real thing, and it's so cool to see it actually happen in person.
Shane Sdao on Answering the Call podcast. Shane, thank you again for the time today for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of Answering the Call. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and follow us on your podcast streaming platform of choice so you can be the first to know when a new episode drops. As always, a big thank you to our incredible podcast producer, Megan Rohde, to 12 Man Productions, and Texas A&M Athletics NIL Department. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to every donor and season ticket holder for always answering the call through loyal support of Texas A&M Athletics and our student athletes. We will be back soon with more content. Thanks and gig 'em.